Have you ever felt that lingering presence? As if someone, somewhere, is thinking about you, but their pride holds them back from reaching out. They left without a proper goodbye, without closure. Yet, there's an unspoken energy, a silent pull, that suggests their departure wasn't the end of the story. You find yourself questioning, did they ever truly care? Do they feel the void they left behind? Are they silently regretting their decision? LoveDivani.com. It's a paradox. Their silence is deafening, yet their absence speaks volumes. In this journey, we'll delve deep into the unspoken regrets, the signs they inadvertently leave behind, and the empowerment that comes from understanding the truth. Because sometimes, the most profound revelations come not from words, but from the spaces between them. Stay with me, as we uncover the layers of silent remorse and guide you towards healing and self-discovery. Throughout history, we've heard stories of people leaving, only to regret it later. The ancient Greeks told tales of lost love, where heroes and gods alike experienced the pain of separation. The Bible is filled with stories of exile, where people were cast out only to long for what they once had. These narratives transcend time, culture, and geography, all pointing to one universal truth: regret doesn't always manifest in words. Often, it's buried in the actions and the silence that follows. In every corner of the world, from the wisdom of the East to the philosophies of the West, we hear of the tension between leaving and yearning to return. People throughout history have felt this bittersweet pull, the longing for something they left behind, even when they can't bring themselves to admit it. But why is this? Why do we hold on to regrets when it feels impossible to speak them aloud? Let's step back for a moment and look at the emotional cycle. When someone leaves, it's often a decision made in haste, influenced by fear, pride, or circumstance. The mind convinces them that leaving is the solution, that moving on is the key to happiness. Yet, deep within, the heart knows something different. The heart knows the truth. The connection wasn't just a fleeting moment. It was something meaningful, something real. When they walked away, they didn't just leave a person. They left a piece of themselves behind. The heartache that follows isn't something they can easily ignore, no matter how hard they try to cover it up. Regret, then, becomes a silent companion, one that whispers in the quiet of the night. Perhaps you've noticed subtle signs of this silent regret. Maybe they've reached out in ways that are indirect, through mutual friends, social media comments, or those fleeting moments when. There's a reason for these accidental encounters. On a deeper level, they're searching for something, a way to mend what's broken without admitting they were wrong. The pride that once kept them distant now feels like a cage they can't escape. But even though their actions are telling, there's still an invisible wall they can't seem to breach. They know they've hurt you, and facing that truth is something they're not ready for. There's a deep internal struggle, a battle between their ego and the realization that they made a mistake. It's easier to stay silent than to confront the weight of their actions. Now, let's consider the impact this has on you. If they left without explanation, without closure, it leaves you in a state of emotional limbo. You're left with questions that may never have answers. Why did they leave? Did they truly care? Or was I just a moment in their life? Was I not enough? These are natural, human reactions. But I want you to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What if the reason they left was not about you at all? What if it was about their own internal battles, battles they couldn't vocalize or share with you? Their regret is a reflection of their inability to face the consequences of their actions, not a reflection of your worth. You are enough, always have been, and always will be. When someone leaves and regrets it, they often don't have the tools to express that regret in a healthy way. They may not even know how to verbalize it, because doing so would mean they have to confront their vulnerabilities and admit that they were wrong. Pride, fear, and insecurity often keep them silent, even when their heart is filled with regret. And so, they suffer in silence, struggling with the weight of what they lost, without the courage to ask for it back. When someone regrets leaving you, the signs can be subtle but undeniable. It's almost as if the universe is whispering to you, guiding you to the realization that this person is still thinking about you, still emotionally tied to you, even if their words say otherwise. It's in the small things, the fleeting moments, the energy that shifts when they're near. Let's take a deeper look at some of the signs that might reveal their hidden regret. Have you ever glanced at the clock at just the right moment? 11:11, 3:33, 5:55? These aren't mere coincidences. In numerology and spiritual teachings, repeating numbers carry powerful meanings. When you see numbers like these, especially during moments of emotional intensity or confusion, they can be a sign that something greater is at play. 11:11, for example, is often seen as a symbol of alignment and awakening. It's a call to be aware of your thoughts, because they're aligning with your reality. If you've been thinking about this person and you keep seeing 11:11, it might be the universe's way of telling you that they're thinking about you too. Similarly, numbers like 333 can symbolize a reminder that you're not alone, that spiritual beings are surrounding you with love and guidance. If you've been feeling their absence and a surge of longing, the appearance of such numbers might be a subtle sign that they are also experiencing the same. Feathers are often associated with angelic presence and divine messages. In many cultures, feathers are considered symbols of spiritual communication. If you've noticed a feather appear in an unexpected place, especially during a time when you've been wondering about this person, it could be a sign that they're feeling the pull to come back into your life. It's as though the universe is gently reminding you that their regret is there, even if it's unspoken. Similarly, butterflies often symbolize transformation. If you see a butterfly when you're reflecting on this person, it could indicate that they are undergoing their own transformation, perhaps realizing the mistake they made by walking away. The butterfly's journey of metamorphosis mirrors the emotional changes they are undergoing, even if it's not immediately visible to you. And then, there are those seemingly accidental encounters. Perhaps you've bumped into them at a coffee shop, at a mutual friend's party, or just happened to cross paths in the street. These chance meetings can be the universe's way of showing that there's still unfinished business. They're searching for ways to reconnect, to somehow bridge the gap, but they don't have the courage to say it outright. Every time they look at you, they're reminded of their choice to walk away and the regret that follows. Emotionally, you may feel an energetic shift when they're near or when you're thinking about them. This isn't just your imagination. It's a real connection that transcends the physical. If you find yourself suddenly missing them, even after all this time, it might be because they're also feeling the weight of what they lost. You might experience a surge of emotions, sadness, longing, even confusion, out of nowhere. It's as if their emotions are bleeding into yours, pulling at your heartstrings. You may even dream of them, or find yourself thinking about them at unexpected times. These emotional shifts are more than just a sign of your attachment. They're also an indication that they are emotionally tied to you as well. Even though they haven't expressed it, they can't escape the feelings they once had for you. Perhaps the most telling sign that they regret leaving you is the silence. Silence speaks louder than words, especially when it's accompanied by lingering emotions. After leaving, they may be hesitant to reach out, afraid of confronting the hurt they caused. Yet, that silence is often a sign of internal conflict. They want to reconnect, to apologize, but their pride keeps them from doing so. You may notice them watching your social media posts, liking your photos, or even commenting on things indirectly, all while avoiding direct conversation. These actions aren't random. They are subtle ways of expressing their regret and longing without saying a word. Their actions, more than anything, speak volumes about what they feel deep inside. Even though they won't say it, you might start noticing that they are finding subtle ways to re-enter your life. Maybe they reach out through a mutual friend, or they might send a casual message that seems harmless on the surface. The key here is that they're opening a door, but they're not ready to walk through it yet. Perhaps they will test the waters, saying things like, "I saw your post the other day," or "It's been a while, hasn't it?" These small gestures are their way of dipping their toes back into the emotional waters, testing to see if you're still receptive to them. Now, some might dismiss all of these signs as coincidence. They might argue that numbers on the clock or a feather in the wind are just random occurrences. But consider this: when patterns persist, when these signs continue to show up at meaningful moments, it's hard to ignore. The universe doesn't speak in random bursts. Every sign is part of a greater design. If the signs continue, it might be time to take them seriously. So, what does all of this mean? Simply put, the signs you're seeing aren't just coincidences. They are the universe's way of showing you that this person is still emotionally tied to you, that they're regretting their actions and silently hoping for a chance to reconnect. While they may not say it outright, their feelings are clear. The regret is there, even if it's unspoken. In this journey of understanding the signs, there's something very powerful and sacred about trusting your inner feelings and your intuition. After all, you know yourself better than anyone else. And when the universe sends you these subtle signs, it's not just about understanding someone else's emotions. It's about looking inward, finding your own strength, and being open to what's possible in your future. Let's take a moment to reflect on what all of this means for you. You've felt it, haven't you? That little whisper inside, the gut feeling that tells you this person is regretting their actions, even if they don't say it. Our intuition is a powerful gift, and it often picks up on energies and emotions that words cannot express. Have you noticed how, when you listen to that inner voice, things seem to fall into place? Perhaps it's been telling you for some time that you haven't heard the last of this person. Trusting your intuition is not just about understanding what's happening with them. It's also about understanding what's happening with you. Maybe you've been struggling to let go, not because you haven't tried, but because something deep inside of you knows that there's still more to be revealed. Maybe your soul is trying to guide you toward a greater understanding of your own emotional strength and resilience. When you sit in silence and listen to your heart, you might find that what you've been searching for all along, closure, clarity, even reconciliation, was always within you. The universe is giving you the space to process these emotions and reflect on what truly matters to you, even if it's hard to do so right now. Reflecting on the past, especially a past relationship that didn't go as planned, is never easy. But this is a moment to ask yourself, what have you learned from this experience? How has it shaped you? Maybe you've learned about the power of self-love, about setting boundaries, or about knowing when to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. This journey isn't just about the regret of the person who left. It's about your own growth and transformation. You might have faced heartbreak, confusion, and pain, but each challenge has led you to this point of self-awareness and clarity. Take a moment to recognize how much stronger you've become. This process of understanding the regret of someone else also gives you the chance to take a closer look at your own heart and your own emotional evolution. One thing to remember, as you navigate the signs of someone's regret, is the importance of setting healthy boundaries. It's okay to feel compassion for someone who regrets their actions, but it's equally important to remember that you don't have to reopen doors that you've already closed. Your peace of mind, your well-being, and your growth are just as valuable as their feelings. If this person does reach out, consider how you want to respond. It's okay to acknowledge their regret without necessarily opening yourself up to the possibility of rekindling something that may not be right for you anymore. The power to choose lies in your hands. You can be kind, but you also have the right to protect your heart. After all, your emotional peace should never be compromised, no matter how sincere their regret may appear. In this moment, as you reflect on the signs and emotions we've explored together, take a step back and connect with your higher self. When was the last time you allowed yourself to feel the depth of your own soul? Sometimes, we get so caught up in understanding others that we forget the importance of understanding ourselves. Now is the perfect time to ask yourself, what does your soul truly desire? Is it reconciliation, closure, or something even more profound? Self-empowerment, peace, or new love? Your spiritual journey doesn't end when someone walks away. It continues with each step you take toward healing and growth. Allow yourself to sit with these questions and embrace the answers that arise. Your higher self knows what you need, and sometimes the quietest moments can bring the clearest insights. Sometimes, one of the most powerful signs of someone's regret is knowing when to let go of the past and set yourself free. While it's tempting to cling to the hope of reconciliation, there's also a profound freedom in releasing the situation and trusting that what's meant for you will find its way. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means finding peace with what happened and choosing not to carry the weight of it anymore. It's an act of self-love and self-care. You've learned your lessons, you've gained wisdom, and now it's time to move forward. If this person's regret is meant to be part of your story, it will return in a way that aligns with your journey. But if not, then trust that the universe is guiding you towards something even greater. Finally, trust that the divine timing of the universe is always at play. While we may not understand why things unfold the way they do, every twist and turn is part of a greater plan. If this person is regretting leaving you, then rest assured that the universe is aware of it. However, it's important to remember that everything happens in its own time. You don't need to chase after someone who isn't yet ready to meet you where you are. Instead, trust that if it's meant to be, it will happen naturally. Allow the universe to orchestrate the next chapter of your life, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. This is your moment to shine, to embrace your strength, and to walk forward on your path with confidence. You are worthy of love, peace, and happiness, no matter who regrets what or when. Trust your journey, trust yourself, and know that everything unfolds at the perfect time. The universe has your back. As we come to the close of our journey today, take a deep breath and let the wisdom shared sink into your heart. The signs of regret you've sensed, the quiet whispers of someone's unspoken feelings, are not just messages from them. They are also reminders for you. Reminders of your worth, your growth, and your ability to move forward, no matter the circumstances. When you're faced with someone's regret, it's easy to feel torn, unsure of whether you should open the door to the past or continue walking toward the future. But remember, your path is uniquely yours. You have already grown so much from this experience, and every step you take now is a step towards your divine purpose. Don't feel pressured by the emotions of others. Their regret is a reflection of their journey, not an invitation for you to pause your own. Your life is unfolding exactly as it should, and while it may seem like the universe is waiting for a decision from them, it's also asking you to make a decision for yourself. Will you continue on the path of your own personal evolution, or will you linger in a chapter that's already been written? Your heart knows the answer. Trust it. Forgiveness is not always easy, especially when you've been hurt. But forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of the past. It's about releasing the weight of regret that others may carry, and choosing to live in peace. When someone regrets leaving you, it's natural to wonder if you should forgive them. But forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. It's for your healing, your peace, and your ability to move forward without the emotional baggage. You don't need to wait for someone's apology to begin healing. You have the power to release the pain on your own terms, whenever you're ready. The beauty of life lies in its constant flow of new opportunities. You are not defined by the past, nor by the choices someone else made. As you release the hold that this past relationship has had on your heart, You open the door to new possibilities, new relationships, new experiences, and new chapters of your life. Remember, you are not waiting for someone else's regret to make your life whole. Your life is already whole. You are complete, as you are. It's time to embrace the fullness of your potential and step boldly into the future. This person's regret is just one part of your journey, but it is not the end. Your story is still unfolding, and it's full of love, growth, and endless possibilities. In moments like these, it's easy to question your worth when someone you cared for walks away, only to later express regret. But your worth was never tied to them. It was never tied to anyone but you. You have always been deserving of love, respect, and peace, whether or not they ever recognize the beauty you bring to the world. The universe has equipped you with everything you need to thrive, to love yourself unconditionally, and to build a life that aligns with your deepest desires. So don't let the regret of another person make you feel less than you are. You are enough. You are more than enough. It's easy to feel like you need validation when someone leaves, only to later regret it. You might wonder if you should wait for them to acknowledge your worth. But remember, you don't need validation from anyone but yourself. You are worthy simply because you exist. When you release the need for someone else's validation, you reclaim your personal power. You no longer have to wait for someone to come to their senses. You can live fully in the present moment, creating a life that reflects your true desires. This is your life, your story, and you are the author. Healing is a process, and it takes time. You may feel like you're ready to move on, but sometimes the heart needs more time to catch up with the mind. Be gentle with yourself. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but every day you are moving closer to peace. Every day you are rediscovering your worth, your strength, and your ability to create the life you deserve. The universe knows the pain you've experienced, and it is guiding you toward the healing and transformation you need. You are not alone on this journey. The divine is with you, supporting you every step of the way. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust that peace will come. As we close today's reflection, I want to leave you with this. Your journey is sacred. The regret of others does not define you. The past does not define you. You are the creator of your own happiness, and the universe has amazing things in store for you. If this person is truly regretful, they will find their way back to you, but only if it's in alignment with your soul's growth. And if not, trust that the universe has something even greater in store for you, something that's meant to honor the person you are becoming. So walk with your head held high, knowing that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are exactly where you need to be.